the largest Russian aerospace technology forum. This year, it was the 13th time that MAKS demonstrated the progress achieved by Russian aerospace industry and confirmed its status as an active business platform. MAKS began its history as Mos Aero Show a quarter of a century ago. Today, MAKS is ranked among the world's 5 leading aerospace industry shows. In terms of scale of exhibition, versatility of agenda, volume of deals and visitor attendance, this year's event superseded the 2015 figures. The event was opened by the President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin. The people of Russia have always been interested in aviation development and space exploration. One can say for sure that it is a significant part of our shared culture, and the history of Russian cosmonautics and aircraft engineering is a matter of national pride. Thanks to the persistence and the talent of its organizers, as well as every possible support from the state, MAKS has indeed achieved a high standard, and it has become an anticipated event for the aerospace engineering enthusiasts. After the opening ceremony, Vladimir Putin got acquainted with the latest developments of aviation and aerospace industry. The president toured the exhibition accompanied by the heads of governmental and federal agencies, as well as leading industrial enterprises. During his visit to the pavilion of the United Aircraft Corporation, he observed the latest achievement of the Russian civil aviation industry. The manufacturer screened a medium-haul, narrow-body aircraft, the MC-21-300, which is currently being tested in the skies above Lake Baikal. It is the world's only aircraft of the class with a lightweight composite wing, which allows it to save fuel significantly. It is planned to be brought into commercial operation in 2018. The Rostec exposition was presented to Vladimir Putin by Sergei Chemezov, its CEO. In total, the company introduced over 200 products designed for military, civilian, and dual use. The pavilion of foreign companies interested the president with expositions presenting their own projects and joint projects developed in cooperation with Russia. Vladimir Putin discussed collaboration prospects with the representatives of these companies. MAKS is highly important for Boeing. We feel it is necessary for us to be here. MAKS gives us the opportunity to make and keep contact at the highest level. It is really exciting when the president himself visits your exposition. We highly appreciate our partnership and the attention the country's leadership pays to it. We cooperate with Russia, and this cooperation generates good relations, and we hope that it will last many years. MAKS 2017 achieved higher results than the previous airshow in terms of international coverage and the number of exhibitors. More than 880 companies participated in the airshow, including about 180 foreign manufacturers from 36 countries of the world. Exhibition area was 43,480 square meters. One of the latest developments demonstrated at MAKS 2017 was an engine nacelle for the turbofan bypass engine PD-14, designed by the United Engine Corporation for the MC-21, a Russian airliner. Foreign experts have concluded that the engine nacelle is a world-class product and will become a basic reference standard for major Western manufacturers. Futuristic aircraft cabins with breakthrough flight equipment raised a great interest among the visitors. The airshow's premieres were displayed not only in the exhibition halls and at the static display, but within the flight program as well. For the first time, the Russian Aircraft Corporation MiG demonstrated the MiG-35, a latest multi-role fighter, and held talks with intending purchasers of the aircraft. Russian helicopters presented another innovation. It was a prototype of an upgraded helicopter drone VRT-300 that had completed another stage of flight tests. Russian helicopters also demonstrated a promising modernized military transport helicopter Mi-171 SHVN, designed for special forces to perform counter-terrorist tasks. Part of the flight program was the performance of the Mi-28NE, an anti-armor attack helicopter designed by Rostvertol. This is the most maneuverable helicopter that can perform almost every flight maneuver, with roll reaching up to 70 degrees and pitch up to 60 degrees. Active development of the Russian aviation industry was also confirmed by many other innovations presented at MAKS-2017, including the Yak-152 for initial training, the SR-10, a training jet plane designed by the Modern Aviation Technologies Design Bureau, the Orion-E, a heavy unmanned aircraft developed by Kronstadt, the crop duster of the 21st century from Novosibirsk, an incarnation of the legendary and irreplaceable AN-2. The amphibian aircraft BE-200 was given its second wind as well. It is one of the most unusual multi-purpose aircraft, and it has no analogues in the world in terms of a variety of its performance and technical specifications. The aircraft is designed for firefighting and search and rescue operations. We are witnessing the production in Taganrog being reconstructed from scratch. The second BE-200 has passed tests and will be delivered to the purchaser, the Ministry of Emergency Situations of Russia. The third aircraft will be ready as soon as September. In fact, we can say that one of the leading aviation industries in southern Russia has restarted its operation. MAKS-2017 housed the first demonstration of a unique Russian amphibious flying vehicle, Triton. The vehicle can drive on land, glide on water, and fly with a range of up to 300 kilometers. The organizers of MAKS took a great interest in the development of a light modification of the vehicle. An agreement on the production of a special vehicle series to provide logistics and security at MAKS-2019 was made with the manufacturer. Summing up the premieres of the airshow, the CEO of Rostec, Sergei Chemezov, noted that the technical characteristics of Russian developments presented at MAKS-2017 were not in any way inferior to foreign analogues, but they were less expensive, which was an advantage of domestic producers. Foreign participants highly praised the airshow and the prospects for cooperation with Russian aviation enterprises. It is completely natural for us to participate in MAKS. It demonstrates our involvement in the cooperation with Russia. Today's outcome of this cooperation is our joint development for commercial aviation. The SAM-146 engine featured on the outstanding Sukhoi Superjet 100. We are happy about it. We are on board. MAKS is a marvelous airshow. It gives us the opportunity to meet with everybody you should interact with to develop a successful business. This is extremely important. MAKS accelerates negotiations and the contract-making process. I would like more European and Western companies in general to participate in MAKS. It deserves it. Airbus presented its A350-900 in a carbon livery. It is the first aircraft with a carbon fiber fuselage and wings. This is the first time the test plane comes to Russia with a real passenger compartment, which is notable for its enhanced comfort. My last visit to Russia was 2 years ago when I attended the previous MAKS airshow. An important thing about the country is that the current fleet of Russian airlines has more than 300 of our aircraft. By the way, their commercial operation started 25 years ago too. Industrial cooperation with Russia is evolving. Now, BSNBO Visma supplies 50% of titanium to Airbus. Cooperation with Russian engineers continues as well. The ICAR Center employs more than 200 professionals. MAKS is a great place to demonstrate all of our joint achievements. This is why we participate in the airshow and demonstrate our A350 jet here. The exhibition of the DLR German Aerospace Center featured its Eurosita project. It was an example of scientific cooperation between Russia and Germany in the field of space exploration. The Eero-Seta is a space telescope, a set of telescopes to be precise, for X-ray vision and imaging that will be lofted as part of the Russian Spectrum X Gamma Space Observatory in 2018. We are always looking for new projects for scientific cooperation. There is no doubt we will participate in MAKS-2019 as well. Our main goal here is to establish scientific cooperation with Russia. MAKS-2017 housed discussions of technical and technological innovations, main lines of development of the aerospace industry, and the challenges it faced. A global challenge is the digital transformation of Russian engineering, which will improve the efficiency of machine builders. Key conversation topics were the prospects of industry digitalization and transition to Program 4.0 RU. We see that the global market size has changed radically. While designing a product, a specialist should already know that the product will not be just a thing. It is necessary to understand that the key trend for the nearest 100 years is an engineer's or a designer's ability to master the methods of digital design and digital testing to sell the product in digital form and make it a part of a global free market. The greatest challenge is to protect digital production from cyber attacks. Russia has developed software that provides cybersecurity of Project 4.0. It took us 2 months to create a system that provides not only absolute security, but also brings us to the leading positions in terms of cybersecurity in the world. This year, the business program of the air show included a number of innovations. MAKS initiated a series of business briefings. They were aimed at building partnerships between manufacturers of aviation products and their potential suppliers. Such briefings were conducted by the United Aircraft Corporation and Russian Helicopters. The participants found the format successful, and it was decided to organize it in 2019 as well. Business briefings allow large state corporations to find partners among small and medium-sized businesses. We are highly interested in it. This business briefing turned out to be very useful in terms of exploring new promising programs of Russian aviation and space market. It gave us the opportunity to make new contacts, learn about developers' plans and programs firsthand, and receive partnership proposals and invitations to participate in the programs. Moscow enterprises were represented at the air show under a new exhibition brand, Made in Moscow. This exposition included 38 companies that showed robotics, communication systems, laser equipment, electronics, control systems, and much more. We have brought small and medium-sized companies here that work with the giants of the aviation industry, and we placed stakes on startups as well. That is why you can see such a lineup of startups. We hope they find investors here. Matchmaking meetings were also organized in a new way and held at the Congress Center and the Made in Moscow stand. The program of the meetings was formed by contact center specialists in a proactive mode. In 2017, MAKS has become a business platform, participation in which has been not only a matter of prestige, but also an effective partnerships tool. The largest transactions of the airshow were a firm contract for the supply of 20 Sukhoi Superjet 100 aircraft to Aeroflot Russian Airlines, and the contract for the service lease supply of 16 MC-21 aircraft, including those equipped with Russian PD-14 engines, to Red Wings Airlines. Moreover, agreements were signed for the supply of 50 Il-114-300. Supply contracts were concluded for the supply of Russian helicopters to China. Rosoboron Export concluded 15 contracts and agreements of intent during MAKS 2017. Today we can say for sure that MAKS holds its status of a global air show. MAKS 2017 is a major business platform. we have exceeded previous MAKS shows, both in terms of quality and quantity. Within the framework of the business program, over 150 conferences, roundtables, briefings, seminars, and presentations were held. The total number of matchmaking meetings was 1,521. Business potential of the air show was estimated at more than 600 billion rubles. The preparation of a new generation of engineers and scientists remains the focus of MAKS 2017. Within the framework of the air show, the United Aircraft Corporation organized a business breakfast with young engineers. It was held by Yuri Slusar, the president of the company, and Sergei Korotkov, the chief designer. The program of MAKS 2017 included the Student Day. More than 8,000 young people had the opportunity to get acquainted with the latest development of the industry and to take part in the business program, masterclasses, meetings with leading specialists of enterprises, and to visit a job fair. A part of the Student Day was the Student Startup and Development Presentation. The International Festival of Youth and Children's Scientific and Technical Creativity, Off We Go, presented the works of young participants and future aviation engineers for the 6th time. Finalists from 74 Russian regions and foreign participants demonstrated their developments. Visitors had the opportunity to see aircraft models and designs created by the participants of the festival. Dear visitors of MAKS 2017, on behalf of the MIG Corporation, we would like to congratulate you on this glorious and wonderful festival, triumph in aviation and cosmonautics. "90 aircraft took part in the flight program. The sky over the Ramenskoye airfield in Zhukovsky hosted the best pilots demonstrating the unique capabilities of military and civil aircraft. Eight aerobatic teams performed spectacular and technically flawless flight shows. They were the Russian Knights, the Swifts, the Russian Falcons, Rus, the first flight with light piston aircraft, and Chal'avia. It has become a good tradition that the Baltic Bees, an aerobatic team from Latvia, participate in the flight program. Meanwhile, Fasan Al Emirat, the United Arab Emirates national aerobatic team, showed their skill for the first time. It was smooth, fine, and impressive. Well done. It was a really great job. As a pilot, I have seen a lot of flights performed by various aerobatic teams, and I can say for sure this show was superior. Good luck, Commander. Russian aerobatic teams are marvelous indeed. I believe that Russian pilots and the opportunities that Russian technology gives have changed the very concept of flight, in particular aerodynamics, gravity, and the limits of possibility. Russian flight programs are brilliant. The work of MAKS 2017 was actively covered by Russian and foreign mass media. The total number of accredited journalists was 3,070. They represented 570 Russian and 197 foreign media, including 32 Russian and 23 foreign TV channels. Comfortable and prompt transportation of guests was provided by transport workers. During MAKS 2017, additional bus routes were organized, and the number of suburban trains and parking lots was increased. "300 volunteers provided substantial assistance. public and anti-terrorism security during MAKS 2017 was provided by 2,500 police officers, members of the Federal National Guard Troops Service, and the Ministry of Emergency Situations. No accidents happened during MAKS 2017. Everything is fine. All visitors feel safe and secure. Neither violations nor negative criticism were reported, including on the internet. MAKS 2017 is a long-awaited festival for all aviation devotees. The total number of visitors over 6 days was 452,300 people, which proves its leading positions among the largest international air and space shows. MAKS 2017 owes such a great number of visitors to the promotion of the brand in social media as well, where MAKS opened its doors to its fans long before the exhibition. About 151,000 subscribers followed the official MAKS accounts on social networks. Audience coverage was estimated at 1.6 million users. During MAKS, the team organized a live communication of the aerobatic teams with the visitors of the exhibition. On all mass visit days, the masters of aerobatics signed autographs near the press center, gathering many fans around themselves. Participants and guests of the exhibition highly praised the content, business activity, and the organization of MAKS 2017. An air show is a big challenge, a big organizational challenge. Just take the logistics alone. But I have to admit that every time I visit MAKS, I acknowledge that the organization, the design, and the rest are again better than before and are very professional. I think the air show organizers get things done really well now indeed. That is another reason why we like being here. I am working on the first Turkish air show that will take place in Antalya in 2018. We are especially interested in this experience as we count on the Russian market as well. We can see that the MAKS Air Show is very respectable and rich in content. We see the enormous progress of Russian aircraft engineering and space industry. The current MAKS Air Show meets our expectations well. MAKS 2017 became one of the brightest and most memorable events of the year in Russia. I totally liked it. It's a real festival. I feel it. It's a festival inside in our hearts. It brings positivity and good spirits. MAKS is perfectly organized. Even transportation from Moscow is very convenient. New vehicles, new opportunities, new technology. I would recommend everybody visit MAKS 2019 because it's very impressive. What those guys did in the sky made shivers run down my spine. I absolutely love it. Thank you for this event. MAKS 2017. I want to congratulate all of you on the completion of this great festival, in which you all participated. The success of our air show depended on all of you. When I was looking up into the sky, I could not stop feeling proud of our country, aviation, and the pilots. Thanks to all of you. Today, MAKS 2017 has become history. We are proud of you. Thanks to Zhukovsky for the hospitality. See you in 2019.